State Fair next week. I'm very excited. See a door, just like an unsuspecting door. Hello, I'm sitting in a parking garage as usual, and I'm about to paint my nails. We have quite a day ahead of us, maybe. It's still pending. I'm going to a book club. Don't look at my nails. You know the drill. The book was called She Started It, and I haven't finished it. But I just got an audiobook because I was like too lazy to read it. And I have like an hour left, and the narrator is probably the world's most annoying person. No offense, narrator, but like kind of offense. I like audiobooks in theory, but then I try to listen to them and it's just like insufferable. Like, it's so dramatic. I just wish they could just talk normal and be like, and then she turned the corner, and like, you'll never guess what she saw. Instead it's like, she turned the corner. Why are they always like British or Australian? I joined this book club, like, I guess virtually, probably like a year ago, and I haven't been to a singular meetup. Haven't read a singular book. There was a different book club. I went to one of them, and it was fun. I didn't finish that book, but I tried my best. That one was like on a quiet street, or just the nicest couple, or I can't really remember. Anyways, it is at this place I've wanted to go to. It's this new hotel in Dallas that seems really cool, and there's a bunch of like restaurants and bars in it. So this one is like this old-timey library speakeasy situation. Here's my dilemma. I'm also potentially going to this like foodie festival situation, which is like outdoor and very like international, very kid-friendly, and it's very hot. Even though it's almost October, it's like gonna be 93 today. I'm like, what can I wear to this downtown, uptown, upscale dress code situation that will also bode well, is that a word? For an outdoor, chill, casual t-shirt and jeans situation. I'm wearing a dress. I was gonna wear something else, but I don't feel like wearing pants. It's so funny because if you wear a dress, people think you're like all put together, but really, like, I don't want to wear pants, and this is a socially acceptable way to do it. That won't lead to me being arrested. But I'm wearing this dress that I got on major clearance that has just been sitting around with the tag still on, so I was like, let me just try it on. I mean, my like halfway out, but you know, that is not for another few hours, so I'm gonna go to this like coffee shop bar situation. It's like one of my favorite places, and try to get some work done and get like either a coffee or an espresso martini. Probably an espresso martini. So now I'm painting my nails. I couldn't find black. You gotta work with what you can. Today we're going with Idaho Potato from Urban Outfitters. It's like kind of pinky, kind of nude, and both my middle fingers have broken, so that is the current situation. Update. Just left the coffee shop. It's 2:40. Spent literal hours at the coffee shop. Did I accomplish hours of work? No. Did I accomplish something? Yes. Does that mean something? Yes. I also ate a breakfast taco and sweet potato fries, which I think I get sweet potato fries like half the times I go to this place. No longer going to that foodie festival, so I have hours to spend out in the wild. I'm not gonna go back home before the book club thing. So I'm like, what do? I want to go to Target, but I don't want to spend my life savings because I went approximately 2 days ago and I spent almost $200 for no reason. So what do? But like, I can't be bothered. I'm wearing a dress and I'm like, I don't want to be wearing this anymore. It's a whole thing, but it's fine. It's fine. I can't wait until the weather is nice enough that I can just sit in my car in peace, because it's like, it's not that hot right now, but it's giving like hot car vibes. Like I need to put the air on, you know? There's like another coffee shop I could go to. But I'm kind of coffee shopped out. I get really overstimulated there. I'm gonna sit in this car for as long as I can until I need to like turn it on, and because my car is pretty like kind of old and it just like, I don't know, I'm never comfortable just sitting here with the engine running. When I get my Tesla, maybe I'll feel more comfortable doing that. Let's see if my Stanley still has ice. This is from yesterday, and it was just in this hot car for hours. Oh, wow. Probably gonna drive to downtown and figure out where I want to kill some time before this book club situation. But I did finish the book, the audiobook, at the coffee shop, and I did fully see the plot twist coming. I had two options in my head of like what could have happened, and one of them was on the nose. So also, I think I'm going to the state fair next week. I'm very excited. Oh my god, I am Oil City, which is so rare for me, but I think it was the Tarte moisturizer I used. Anyways, today has kind of been a bust. I wouldn't say a bust. It was fine. It was like, oh my, am I okay? It wasn't a complete bust, but the foodie thing didn't happen. Then for this book club situation, I drove around for like 20 minutes trying to find parking. I almost turned, one thing I will do is turn my ass around and go home, okay? Because downtown is all these one-way streets, which I'm fine with. Like, the girls at the book club were saying they're passenger princesses, like, people drop them off, like, they can't drive in downtown. I'm an independent woman, I can drive downtown. In fact, when I'm with a man, I'm the driver, unfortunately. I wish I, like, you know, weaponized incompetence, where I just, like, I don't know. But, like, unfortunately, that's the predicament that I've gotten myself into is that I'm too capable. So, I'm always the driver. So that wasn't even an issue, but there was one point where the person that was in front of me went a certain way, and I was just like kind of frazzled because I had already been driving for 15 minutes trying to find parking, okay? Like, not trying to find the place, I found a place, but to find parking. So this one person, there was like a weird, you know, one of those situations where you're at a light, there's no going straight. So there's only turning, but like you can't tell if you're turning is actually turning right into a different street, or that street continues that way. Does that make any sense? So this person in front of me went forward, and I was like, okay, well, I guess you can go forward. I almost followed them. I realized they're going down a one-way street. This man trying to tell them not to go, so I like I went the other way. It was just too much. I was about to be like, babe, I'm leaving. I don't care that much, and the book was trash. So then I was like making my way. I went to this like the wrong way completely, and I'm like, you know what, this is a sign. And then I stumbled upon this free perfect street parking in this beautiful, quiet, lit up, beautiful street with all these restaurants. So easy, just parked. Getting into because it's a speakeasy, getting in was a little difficult. I go to the front of the hotel, because usually you enter a hotel through the front of the hotel, and they're like, where are you going? And I go, Baboos, that's what it's called. And he just looked at me like I'm literally visiting from another planet. And I was like, the library? Because it's a speakeasy, but Baboos is like the... Okay, let me start over. The place is called Baboos, but it's like a library, and then the speakeasy part isn't the library. The speakeasy part is the club in the back of the library. So I'm not going to the club, I'm going to the library. So I'm like, Baboos, and he just looks confused. I'm like, the library at Baboos, and he's just looking at me crazy, and he goes, oh, that's around the corner. Like, you have to go around, and there's gonna be some ropes, and okay, he didn't even say all that. He just said you turn left. So I turn, and I see some velvet ropes, and I see a door, just like an unsuspecting door. And I go and I try to open the door, it doesn't open. So I'm like, I'm out here looking crazy, it's hot, like, where? I don't care this much, I'm gonna go back to my car and go home. So I call Baboos specifically, not the hotel. I call Baboos. Hello, how does entrance work? Because it's a speakeasy, I'm not asking a crazy question. You could, maybe I need to say open sesame, which, by the way, do you know what's actually open sesame? Anyways, so I'm like, how does entrance work? And they're like, entrance to where? Baboos, who I called. And I'm like, Baboos. They're like, you mean the hotel? No, I didn't call the hotel. I called the specific place. I go, no, Baboos. And then they're like, oh, is there nobody at the door? No. So I'm like, no. And then they're like, let me send somebody. So I'm sitting out there in the sweltering sun, and some guy opens the door and just looks both ways, and they're just like confused. And I'm like, so I walk in. I don't immediately follow him, but there's like some seating. So I just like hang back a little, like let me assess the scene. And so I sit down, and he's just like looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm just like, and then he just walks away, and I never saw him again, by the way. He was never seen again. Anyway, this whole just like very complicated. And they take my card, There got more people coming, and I was supposed to be able to book club, but I didn't want to like blow up their spot. I don't want to say it's a book club if like maybe they're gonna be like, you can't have a book club here, you know? So I'm just like, oh yeah, like a few more people, and then they're like, okay, and I didn't realize it was gonna, I thought you had to go up to the bar, but they were coming up to me, like, you know, like waiting on me, I guess, and she took my card. I was like, I'll keep my tab open, and then all these other girls start coming and ordering drinks. They're putting on my tab, and I'm like, ah, okay, but in the end, I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna go with the flow, whatever. Anyways, that's my story. Haven't eaten. Others were late, and then they had to go, so now we're here. And now I'm like, what do I do with my life? Because I already went through the whole ordeal of parking. Like, I could eat somewhere, I could do something, I could see what my friends are up to, but I'm gonna go home. Actually, I just figured it out. But I'm like, do I want to get food on the way? Probably, but am I going to? No. That man looks like Paul Mescal. Tomorrow I work at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. which is in less than 12 hours. So I think I'm just gonna go home. But again, today was a bust. Rooney. It's fine, because we left our little bubble. We experienced some of the world, and it's okay. Okay? Okay? Okay. Bye.